Hello viewers, welcome once again to another tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to cut a basic suit. I'm going to teach you the measure process and the calculations in cutting a suit. My name is Joel Mokoro, the founder of Advocate Culture. If you have not subscribed, kindly hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that others will be able to benefit from this tutorial. Thank you very much. Listen and pay attention. Thank you. In this tutorial, we need certain measurements like the shoulder measurement, the sleeve length, the round sleeve, the chest, and the tummy. The sleeve length is 22.5, the shoulder is 17, the round sleeve is 13, the chest is 35, and the tummy is 30, and the length, the half length is 17, and while the length is 28.5, but we are going to use 29 for the length instead of 28.5. So the across front is 16, across back is 14. So the armhole depth, we use a standard of 10, and the half length we said is 17, the length is 29, then we added half inch to the length, then plus 2 inches folding allowance from the edge of the material. We are taking 1.5 inch off from the edge of the material. Then from that 1.5 inch at the bottom of the suit, you are going to take 1 inch, and the waistline you are going to take 1 inch. Then we are going to divide the armhole, which is 10 into 2, which will make it 5 inches. Then we'll mark it. From here, we are going to connect these lines, connect the 1 inch, then connect it to the division of the armhole to form the center back of the suit. So after connecting that, we are going to calculate the neck of the suit. For the neck, you are going to divide the chest by 12, and when you divide the chest by 12, it's going to give you 2.9, which is equivalently 3 inches. So we divide it, then we're going to mark 3 inches plus half inches for the neck, which will make it 3.5. Then from that point, we are going to go up by 0.7. We'll go up by 0.7. Go up by 0.7 or 2 centimeters. Then we are going to make a shape, a curve for the neck. So I've drawn that. You can see that I made a mistake there. So we are going to cancel the other line, which is a mistake. Then from that point, we are going to get the shoulder drop. The shoulder drop is going to be the chest divided by 24. When the chest divided by 24, it will give us 1.4, and that is equivalently to 1.5. Then we are going to take 1.5. We are going to mark 1.5 at 2 points. Then we are going to draw a line. So 1.5. Here I changed the tape, so I'm just trying to re-explain. Then we are going to divide it by, we're going to draw the line. Then from the chest line, we are going to get the across back line with the same measurement as the shoulder drop, which will now be 1.5 also. Then we're going to draw that line. That is the across back line. So it's the across back line. So at this point, we are going to measure the shoulder. The shoulder is 17. The shoulder is, I'm just extending the lines, mind you, I'm just extending the lines. So the shoulder is 17, You are going to divide it by 2, and it will be 8.5. 8.5 plus half inches, that will be 9. So we are going to make a slightly deep curve for the shoulder. Slightly deep curve for the shoulder. Then we are going to draft the across back. So for the across back, for this there are 2 methods to cut the across, to mark the across back. One is to take the shoulder measurement, which is 9, then you minus half inches from it. That is 8.5. This is one of the methods. 9 inches minus half inches will give us 8.5 for the shoulder, for the across back drop. Then you add half inches for joining. This is one of the methods. While the other method involves us using the measurement of the across back of the person. The across back of the person of this my client is 14. The across back is 14. Then the across back is 14. Then I'm going to add the across back, which is AB, is 14. Then I'm going to add 1 inches to it to make it 15, just for ease. Then we divide it by 2. When you divide it by 2, to give us 7.5 plus half inches, making it 8 inches. 7.5 plus half inches for the joining of the sleeve to make it 8 inches. Then we are going to add extra half inches. Let me draw the line. So we are going to add extra half inches for the joining of the side panel to the back panel. So I'm going to clean the former lines. Clean the former lines so that you will not have confusion while making the suit. So I'm going to draft the waistline next. The waistline is, you are going to divide the chest. You will divide the chest by 6 inches by 6. This will now give us a total of 5.8 inches. Then we are going to add half inches for sewing allowance. You will use the same measurement for the bottom of the suit, which is 5.8 plus half inches, that is 6.3. Then we are going to draw a straight line connecting those 2 points. Then we are going to use a curved line to connect the waistline to the chest line, so the across back line. So with this, we're almost done with the back of the suit. The vent is going to be 8 inches plus half inches, 8.5. Then go out by 1.5. That is 1.5. Then you draw a line. Then you are going to so now we are done with the back of the suit. From this point, we are going to go out by 2 inches as 2 inches for the line we are going to draw a line for the construction line for the side panel. So we'll connect the lines now all the way to the top. All the way to the top. After connecting it, so we're going to adjust the suit adjust the material so that we can draft. Then we draw the lines. You draw the lines, extend all the lines for the drafting. After you extend the line, you are going to do the shares divided by 6, that is 5.8 plus 0.8 centimeter, which is equivalently to 0.2 centimeter, that's a quarter, 0.2 inches, that's a quarter inch. Then you are going to mark it to get a straight line. This is the side panel, the size of the side panel. This is the size of the side panel, the size I mean to say. So we're going to draw that line all the way to the chest line, to the across line. So we draw the lines. That's the size of the side panel. So from there we are going to calculate the size of the front panel. The size of the front panel is going to be the chest divided by 6. The chest divided by 6, which is 5.8 plus 4.5 centimeter. 4.5 centimeter, which is equivalently to 1.7 inches. 1.7 inches. So you are going to mark it. That's the size of the front panel minus the button overlap and the sewing allowance, which is half inch for both. We have not included that one. I'm drawing the size of the front panel. Then from that point we are going to go since the across on the chest line, you are going to mark the chest divided by 6. Then you are going to come out by 3 centimeter, then 1.5 centimeter from that marking of chest divided by 6. Then from the line you drew before, you are going to come out 1.5 centimeter from the line you drew. 1.5 centimeter, then 2.5 centimeter. This is the shape of the front and the side panel. You are going to see me make calculations. Now we're dividing the neck, the front neck, which is the chest divided by 8 by 8, which will give us 4.5 inches. So I went up by a quarter inch. I'm going to measure the back shoulder width from the neck, then take it from that quarter inch I went up to mark it on the line of the across of the shoulder drop, I mean to say. So this line is going to be an exact opposite of the back deep line, shoulder line. So this one will not be deep, this one will be opposite, which means it will kind of have a lift to it. So the other one is deep, while the front is going to be the opposite of the back shape. So from there we are going to make a connection. We are going to connect the 1.5 we took from the waistline to the 3 centimeter of the chest line. After connecting that, we are going to make a straight line to connect the other 2 markings. Then from the across back line, there you mark 1 centimeter upward. This is the across front point. Then you are going to connect the line together. Connect it together. That is the armhole of the front. While from the side panel, You are going to mark half inches from the side panel, then come down 1 centimeter. When you come down 1 centimeter, you are going to use a curve to 1 centimeter. Then the other is 1/2 inches. Then we are going to make a curve like this, a curve, that a continuous curve. As you can see, it's a continuous curve that flows all the way through. So after making that curve, the next step is to put the button and the sewing allowance, which is 1 inches, half inches for each side. You mark it. So from this point, for the shoulder line, we'll go 0.7 outward. This will be the fold line for the lapel. So you mark 0.7 outward and you connect it to that line, that marking of the front. So you mark it, you draw the fold line. This is the fold line. Then we're going to mark 0.7 again in order to form the shape of the neck. We'll mark 0.7 again. You mark it. So you mark it, then you go down 2.2 inches from the tip. Then you go 2.7 inches from the front, the center front line. So you draw a line to form the shape of the neck, the shape of the neck. So we'll mark the same 1 inch for the button and the sewing allowance, half inches for each one of them. You mark it. Then what we need to do now is to form the lapel. The lapel for this suit is a big lapel. The lapel is 3.5 plus half inches sewing allowance, which will make it 4 inches. It's a big lapel, not a small lapel. So you mark it 4 inches like that. Then you use a curve ruler. The curve side should be coming from the down of the lapel. Then the up side should be straight. So you mark that curve and you make a line all the way upward. That is the lapel, and this lapel is a peak lapel. So for the peak lapel, we are going to go up 2 inches, then go sideways 2 inches. Go sideways 2 inches. So when you mark it like that, we are going to connect with a line. Mind you, on the cutting stage, we are going to add allowance to that neck. So don't skip the video so that you will know all the process of drafting to cutting. From the waistline, we are going to go down 3.5 inches. 3.5 inches. We are going to draw a line. That is the pocket line. The pocket line. So from there, we are going to make a square all the way to the tip of the neck. We are going to make a square. This is your dart. I'm going to draft the dart. So from there, we are going to, from the chest line, come down 3 centimeters from the chest line, mark it, then draw a line downward. This is your dart. This is your dart. Then from there, we are going to add a 0.3 to each side of the line. 0.3. add 0.3 to each side. 0.3 to form the shape, the shape of the dart. Mark 0.3, then form the shape of the dart. All these are markings so that we know what to do while sewing it. Then after that, you're going to mark the center of it at the across front line. Mark 2 inches to each side, and go up by half inches. Go up by half inches. Make a line like this. This is for the chest lines. The square up, square up. Then the height of the pocket is 1 inch. So the height of the pocket is 1 inch. You mark it to form the shape of the pocket. All these you are going to use a thread to mark it so that you know the position. Then we are going to go up. Go from that point. The size of the dart, you put it outward. Then go up 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter at that point. Then connect it to the first point of the dart. Then we are going to make a curve to connect those points. Make a curve to connect it. So we are forming the shape of the side panel. So from that point that we drew, we are going to draft it to form the shape of the side panel. We are going to take half inches away from the bottom. Half inches away from the bottom. Then connect it like that. Mind you can still connect it to the edge if you want. So we'll connect it like that. Then from the other vent, we are going to mark 1.5 from the other vent. Mark 1.5, make a straight line. Make a straight line so that the two vents will have similar shape. So from there we are going to form the shape of the side panel. The vent, is 8.5, so we'll mark the vent. So that's the vent for the side panel. And from that point we are going to make a shape to form the side panel. So you will see the way I form the shape. You just follow the procedure. Follow the procedure that I use in making the shape. You can see how I'm doing it. So I'm just going to connect it in a shape like this. The extra half inches that you are seeing that are added from the vent, this extra half inches is because of the size of the person's hip. I added it. If not, you won't have needed to form a shape like that. It's because of the size of the hip. So we are finished drafting. Okay, we're going to make the front shape. You are going to go down half inches from the bottom line. Then make a straight line connecting it. This drop is to form a nice shape at the front of the suit to avoid your suit from lifting up, looking as if it's tilted upward. So this, after that, you add a half inch tool for the folding allowance. Then make that line too. Make the line also. Make it also. After doing that, we are going to make the front curve from the tip of the button allowance, I'm going to go in 1.5 inches or 2 inches. Then I'll make a curve line to make the opening of the suit. So just follow the procedure the way I'm doing it. I'm giving you all the calculations. So giving you all the calculations. So you make that curve. You see, this is the shape of the front. Then you are going to square it down to get that shape. So that's the process of cutting a suit. So we are done with the drafting. So from here you are going to confirm all your measurements by minusing all the allowance. The back, you write it, this is 5.8. The same thing for the bottom of the suit, 5.8. Then for the chest line, you're going to minus 0.5 inches from the chest line. Then measure it to the tip of the center back. This is 7.5 inches. 7.5 inches. The 1.5 we left from the edge of the material is the sewing allowance. You can trim it off or you can leave it. Why sewing? All those are the sewing allowance. So after that, you can continue the marking, minusing 0.5 inch from each of the edges. Minus 0.5 inch for each of the edges. These are the sewing allowance. You measure from those points to know the size of your suit. So I'm just going to skip and go to the cutting stage. So yeah, just follow the procedure of my cutting. Follow the procedure. I'm going to show you the places where where we added allowance by cutting. We did not added the allowances on the drafting stage, so you have to watch the video to the end to get all the information, because suit is not like any other cloth. It is a more professional work, so you have to be ready and follow all the procedures necessary to have a perfect suit. So kindly watch to the end, and then you see we added allowances. So thank you for watching. Kindly don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you get our next videos. So don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching. Thank you.